Okay. Hi. What's going on?
Oh,
So hi. So I make the show.
yeah.
It's kind of fun, kind of weird. Kind of.
How did you two meet?
How do we meet?
It's been a while, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've been friends for almost 20 years now. We met through a friend of mine, and Joel was getting into photography. And I, at the time, was shooting for Rolling Stone and Revolver and a whole bunch of people and a couple fashion lines. And so I said, can you talk to him a bit about photography? He's getting into it and give some stuff. He said, by the way, I think you guys might end up being best friends. I said, okay, sure, whatever.
Crazy how that works out.
Right. And then we get on a phone call, talk for hours, nerd out about like everything in the world,
Yeah.
and just became buddies. And then my birthday came up a little bit after that, and I flew up to Seattle because I would go see my friend up there. And then his wife made me a birthday cake that was a pirate ship. And on the bow, she printed pictures of all of our mutual friends' faces and made them like the characters on the ship.
Yeah.
And since then, we've just done all sorts of different projects together over the years. Like he's had his the app that Joel designed and developed. I helped them like do some shooting and stuff for that because my background's in TV.
Yeah.
And so I've been in that space. And then when he started getting into 3D printing, I started learning a little bit. And then he started making a channel. I'd be like, okay, you know, use better lighting, stay close to the microphone, little stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then
audio. Have
yes.
good audio.
Our audio will beat bad video any day.
Yep.
Good audio is the core of it all.
Yep.
So that's the story. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I said, if you want to take this, seriously, let me know. I got your back. It was kicking off.
Yeah.
And I was producing a show for Netflix, and I get a call, and he's like, yo, I quit my job at Adobe. I'm doing it full time. Ready? I'm like, whoa, hold on. Whoa. But before that, we actually produced a thing with Gillette when they did the custom 3D printed hand. Did you ever see that? Gillette did a thing where you could customize your razor handles, and it was all 3D printed, all these different materials. They did it with Formlabs, right? Was it Formlabs that did the printing for Gillette?
Yes.
It was.
Right.
Yeah, it was Formlabs that did the printing for Gillette and stuff like that. And so I said, let's see how this is done. So we put together a whole thing, flew out there, did a whole thing with Gillette, and it worked out really well. And then we just kind of said, let's see if this keeps going. And then he called me and he's like, okay, we're going to do this. And then I was producing the show. I actually took a week off producing the show, and we went to Prague to go hang out with Prusha for a week to do a bunch of stuff out there. Came back, wrapped that show for Netflix, and jumped on. And we've been doing this for, God, I've been on for 6 years. The show just passed its 10 year. So, yeah. And now we do this. And now we help all these other events too. Like now we're both involved in like the festivals and things like that, trying to help lift everyone else up because we've learned a lot. And just trying to help everyone else out.
I mean, that's the basis of this entire industry of like helping each other.
Yeah.
Like that's rep. That's, hey, I know how to do a thing. Oh, cool. I need to know how to do a the
Hey, ask David about our XRP robotics project.
Oh, over at Spark Fun, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you know about that?
Well, because her kid is in robotics.
Oh, okay.
And so I drug her over there to go talk with them earlier. But,
nice.
Yesterday during setup.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I've seen it. I seen the video.
You saw they manufacture all the robotics kits for XRP and stuff like that, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating to see like that be a gateway for programming for so many people.
Oh yeah.
And how everyone can kind of play in that space now, and everything's open source. And it's like, what do you think about that? What do you think about how robotics is getting integrated more now into culture?
I think back 20 years ago when I was in college.
Yeah.
And the things that we could do back then, like, there was groups that were trying to figure out, okay, how do we figure out pathing in this hallway with no sensors, because you couldn't get sensors.
Sure.
So you just kind of had to send your robot down this hallway and hope it didn't crash into anything. And then, okay, well, maybe I can get some rudimentary sensors so it doesn't run into people.
Yeah.
And to see that not only move to be widely available to everybody, but also to push it down to a younger audience.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. Start learning about this stuff in college.
Yeah.
Great. How do we get people started on it sooner so that they can get that tactile, like, how do I make something real? I mean, that's what 3D printing is too, right? Like, it's taking an idea in your head and you can make it physical without a lot of cost.
Yeah.
And, that's a big thing for a lot of people is as this has become widely available, the cost has also come way down to where it's achievable for people to, parents to buy their kids something. Yeah.
And the software is going to be free.
Yeah. And with it being 3D printed, it's like, okay, great. Well, if you break the chassis, like go hard, break the chassis, well, we can print another one.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
We do have a question for you.
Oh, sure.
Do you have production tip for people just starting?
Yes. Keep going. I don't know. That's cheesy. But no, seriously, what kind of production?
Like
I-
TikTok and YouTube.
Oh, okay. And okay, sure. Yeah. What's their name? Twisted Reality Designs. So the first band I ever had, our band name was Twisted Miracle. So I saw Twisted. I was like, oh, yeah. We were a metal band, 90s metal. It was great. A lot of Corrosion Conformity, a lot of Megadeth, a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. The tip I would say is want to make and realize that you will find an audience, like, and don't expect that, like, if you put a thing online, you're suddenly become famous, it's going to go viral. And even if it does, do you have anything to back it up? Because if people find your channel,
you got to keep.
what else are they going to see when they get there? You want to keep them there. It's like if you have a product in a store and you only sell one thing and they don't want that thing, you're going to lose that customer. But if you have variations, whatever.
Yeah.
I think actually someone just asked me this earlier. A guy's like, he's like, I've got all these followers. I want to make my channel better. I'm like, hold on. Like the number one thing I would say for anyone in this space is realize you're talking to one person.
Yeah.
You're having an intimate conversation with one individual, but it's being seen by millions, but it's all one-on-one experiences.
Yeah.
Think about the environment in which your audience is engaging with your product, right? Which is your
it's
show.
usually an intimate environment, meaning
You're on your
home.
phone.
Like you're not at a
like
public
this.
place. You're at, the person is consuming it at home.
Yes.
So
So
your most sacred place for most people.
yeah. Also with the audio, like you were talking earlier, also keep in mind that a lot of people listen to it with headphones, with earbuds. So if you're doing something and there's weird pops or there's things like that, it's going to turn them off and they're going to change your channel.
Compressors.
Because you're offending them.
And watch your clipping levels.
Yeah, watch your clipping, things like that. And I think it's really just about like doing your thing. And if you're trying to do it to become famous or whatever and do things like that, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Do what you do really well and people will gravitate towards that. I know it's saturated because there's stuff out there.
Yeah,
But I think like
you say, authenticity, right?
yeah,
Like,
people like that.
you know, when people can tell when somebody is doing something just for the sake of doing it versus doing something they love.
Oh yeah. Like we put out episodes that we know are not going to be like hundreds of thousands of views because it's like, we love this thing and we want to do this one thing. And if people don't watch it, okay, we're still doing it because we love it.
Yeah.
That's important to us.
Yeah.
And I think being true to yourself, being true to your message, not trying to be someone else because that person already exists.
Yep.
It's kind of like I worked in music a long time. I used to run the Roxy on the Sunset Strip. You guys are familiar with that venue. Dealt with a lot of rock stars, a lot of people like that. Everyone's just equally insecure. But the one thing is like, you know, that person's already taken.
Yeah.
Be your version of it, and other people will want to gravitate toward what you're creating. And don't try to be someone else because you won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Just be a bad version of that. I hope that answered their question. Did it help you there, Twisted Reality Designs? You're awesome too. I don't know you, but you're awesome. Say hi to me. I use the Instagrams. That's my thing. I would be cheesy. Yeah, that's what I know. What they say, unless you can be Joel Telling, be Joel Telling, yeah. Yes, exactly.
He's already taken though. So
He is taken. People can 3D print him. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, just have fun with it. Just like, you do your thing, and it's like, here's my show. It's cool, and people gravitate towards it because it's you. It's like we want to gravitate toward you, so we watch it. We don't want to watch you be someone else.
Yeah,
like that would suck.
Yeah,
like, I'd be like, no.
It's also very tiring to be somebody else.
I couldn't imagine that. No way. It's a lot. I'm supposed to be there right now.
Yeah, he's our fourth host. He was supposed to be here. But
life.
Yeah, life really gave him the.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you're here in spirit, and you got to ask a question and interview me in this wonderfully non-harsh lighting that they have provided for you.
Yeah. We were worried about light. Like, okay, we got to worry about lighting, and then we're like, they put us right under all the brightest lights. Well,
yeah, you did.
Like, and I probably should have picked up an NDI filter for the camera.
Yeah, it's all right.
So.
Yeah, I did get for my Osmo, I have the little ND magnet.
Yeah,
things are great. They do make a difference.
Yep. Yeah, he made us. He made the T-shirts.
Oh, no way!
So
nice. Good job. It's almost like you're here. You are right here. Like, wait, we're gonna shake hands. There you go. Maybe that worked. I don't know. That's why I'm the one behind the camera as I hit the microphone with my hand. Who's next on your? I am shaking hands. Awesome. Nice. There you go. Joel does the high five. I do the handshake. Nice. You gonna come join the quiz show later? Joel tell you about that?
I know about it.
Okay, good. You gonna compete? You gonna compete? So in the Maker Lounge at 4:00, there is a pub style trivia, 3D printing trivia game going on. It's $30 to enter, and all the money goes toward the Sanjay Mortimer Fund. And when you enter and pay your entry fee, you're going to get, I think we're going to give the codes out over there, a spool of any Polymaker filament you want, shipped anywhere you want. So if you don't want it, you want to send it to your friend in Japan, they'll take care of it for you. Then we're going to play the game, and teams of 4. And if you don't have a team of 4, we'll match you up, so you got it. And then the winning team wins, each person in the team wins a Prusa Mark IVS. They get shipped anywhere they want. They get a Spark Fun Robotics kit. And they get, each person gets 2 VIP passes to Form Next in Germany.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a prize package of like a couple $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good. Courtney, where's she? She over? Oh, no, I saw her earlier. But
Yeah. We put buffers between.
Sure. No. We will not be at Murph. We will be at 3D Printopia.
Okay.
And we'll be at the Sanjay Mortimer Rep Festival in 2026. They just made the announcement for that. And we will be at Form Next in Germany as well this year, too. We got some big things planned for that this year that are going to be amazing. So, yeah.
So look out for those.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's it. This is great.
All right.
Technically, I'm on the table next to him. Okay, yeah. Which one?
Oh, yep,
Is it-
that's his character.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, awesome. It's gorgeous. That's pretty cool. Well, dude, thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Some fun. Yeah, hi. I'm David, by the way. Bye. Nice to meet you. Buddy. Buddy. I read it. I got you.
So thank you, everybody. We'll be taking a short break, and then we'll be back to the next interview.